What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's video. I am joined in the studio by none other than producer Truett. Truett, say hi. All right, anyway. So, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mako, the producer channel. Hey, this Wednesday, I just dropped my new website. You can go to it at makotheproducer.com. I am going to be planning on posting tons of stuff here, and you can find links to all my social media stuff. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I am planning on working on doing a little more posting there. But right now, we're starting small. We're going on YouTube. What? True's excited. Anyway, check that out. In this video today, I want you to get good at one thing. One thing in this video. Now, if you've ever done any form of creative anything ever, you will know that there are tons and tons and tons of different parts to creating something, whether that is video, music, photography, graphics, social media. There's tons of different parts to each one. What I think is super important and what I want you to get out of this video is there are lots of different parts, but what people get discouraged about is the fact that there are so many different things you can learn about a given subject. But what's super important and what I have found is you can't be good at all of them. When it comes to producing content of any kind, there's tons of different things that you can be good at. In this video, I'm gonna list all those things, but what I really want is for you to focus on one. Just get good at one of those things and get a baseline knowledge about the rest because they are super duper important. And I think that's really gonna help you and myself as a musician. Now, I'm just letting you know, I have slowly over the past few years learned a lot of these things. And some of them I'm good at and some of them I'm not so good at. I'll tell you which ones I'm good at in this video and which ones I'm not, and what I'm working on to get better at those things. So, without any further ado, let's jump into the video. I am going to break down each different type of thing and give a brief explanation. All right, so category number one, we have music production. Let's just start naming them off. Beat making. So beat making is when you actually make music, and in a DAW or some sort of workstation, it can even be with live instruments, you're creating a loop or music, kind of like a player piano. You're creating all the different sections, and that's called a beat maker. Mixing. So mixing in music is when you take just different tracks and you blend them all together so they sound and flow and have a good blended sound together. Recording. So that's kind of what I'm doing here with this YouTube video is I'm recording it. So there is an art and more. Some people are really good at recording and knowing how to treat a room and what microphones to use. Performance. So this is the one that a lot of people that are shy don't like. It's the one where you get out in front of the crowd and you play your music for them. Writer. So you can be a writer. You can write lyrics. You can write melodies. You can write, and some people can just do that and make a living off of it. Composer. So you can, this is kind of like writing, but it's specifically with musical arrangements. So you can write music on papers, on digital composers. Mastering. So mastering is the art of making your sound the best possible loudness and blend possible. So after the mixing phase, you actually take your music and you make it a master so it matches kind of the same sound as every other track out there. Mashups and remixes. So this is when you take somebody else's original idea and you turn it into something else. Pretty popular thing that people do is they remix songs and they make them into electronic remixes or different styles of the sound. I do this a lot. This is one that I'm really good at. Vocal production. So this is a bit more specific of the recording section. It's kind of like the beat making process, but it's specifically only with vocals. And there's a whole art to how to record vocals, how to blend vocals, how to give it the correct auto industry tune. Sound design. So this is in your DAW. This is kind of like beat making, but this has a little bit more to do with creating the sounds you use in your beat. So the beat is actually you taking a bunch of sounds and turning it into production, but the sound design is actually creating those sounds, and a lot of people do it from scratch, and some people are really good at it and some are not. Synth designer. So this is also like sound design, but you're doing it more with synths. And then there's live sound mixers. So this is your guy at the back of the room at a concert who's making sure that live performances are correct. So that's all I got for music production. Those are the different things. I would say that out of those categories that I listed, beat making and mashups and remixes, definitely my strong suit. My weakness out of this category is vocal production. I don't find myself very good at vocal production, It's something that I've been working on. I'm hoping in the next year to have some better vocal productions for you guys and show you before and afters of where I'm at with that. If you guys think I missed anything for this section, please let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate it. All right, so that's probably the longest category I have. Let's move on to video production, because as a creator, as somebody who wants to be an artist, you kind of need to know these categories as well too. So with video production, we have filming. So that's what I'm doing literally right now. Literally right now. So literally right now, I am filming this video on my computer. I am filming this video on a camera, but you can do this at shows. You can record the performance, what you're doing. You can do vlogs, things like that. Editing. So this is taking your video footage and then taking it and putting it in your computer and editing it. And this is what I do after I film this YouTube video. And you can make money just doing this for people. You can go on sites like Fiverr, Upwork, whatever. Lighting. So this is what I do when I light my studio. Alexa, set studio to cyan. Lighting. But in all honesty, this category has its own set of things that you have to do. People need to know the colors, the correct colors, how much light is too much light. Like if I'm in here, my face looks all blue now, but in the back, it looks a lot better. If I'm over too close to the light, I look like a white boy, which I am. But coloring. So this is more post-production. You're taking your footage and then giving it some color. Boom, this is an example. And this is really bad coloring. Boom, back. This is really good coloring. Special effects. This is when you take your video footage and you add stuff on top of it, kind of like what you see in the movies. You can also be a scriptwriter. So when I plan out these videos, these are a little less scripted. This is me talking, kind of like I'm presenting, but people also do dubbed over videos where you're having a more scripted process. All right, so that's my video list. I'm definitely the best at editing, and that's pretty much it. I'm mediocre at the rest. Don't know much about special effects. If you think I missed anything, put that in the comments as well. If you're liking this video so far, do what I just said you're doing with the video, which is like, comment, subscribe, and I would appreciate it so very much. Just do it. Perspective change. All right, so we're switching sides because I feel like it. When you are creating content, you need a graphic design sort of background as well, because you need to be creating graphics for all your stuff. So you can be an illustrator. You can actually draw things from scratch, draw artwork, draw pictures, stuff like that. There's Photoshop design. So you take a little elements, you chop them up, you warp them, you blend them together. But it's not so much the original idea like an illustration is. Then you can be a photographer. So this is something that I do a lot more of, take pictures of people and then edit it. And what you can do with that is the other one, which is a colorist. So you can actually take photos and edit them with colors. A lot of photographers do this, and this is how they get popular, because they make artwork that is very specific colors and things like that. You can also be a calligraphist or work with text, basically. So you can draw fancy little handwritten things and you can make a living off of that. There's some people that are really, really talented at it and some people that are not, like me. Out of this category, I would say that I am better at Photoshop, and I do a decent amount of photography and can edit pictures pretty well. If you thought I missed something in this category, feel free to put that in the comments. I would appreciate it. And last one that I think is super important is social media. This part, some of you are like, I love this part. This is what I love to do. Like to put it out there that I'm a YouTuber, or I'm an artist, or I make music, and some of you hate this part. And I'm kind of in that category where this is a lot of work for me to get this stuff out there. So obviously we could probably categorize all of them: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. But you can also website design. So what I am actually doing is I have created my own website, and I'm going to talk about what I'm doing to do that. I'm going to talk all about workflow and simplifying and how easy it is to make your own website in 2022. Email campaigns. And this is super important because you want to let people know about your stuff. And some people prefer getting the email campaign or getting the email that you release something new. It's just another way to do it. And there are other ways. This is not an all-inclusive list of all the things you can do, and this is changing constantly. I didn't even touch on publishing music, how to be an artist, things like that. I would probably throw this also in there, is being able to publish music. This is either through something like CD Baby, TuneCore, DistroKid, something like that. So these are all super important skills, and I have at some point done a little bit of each one, and some of them I'm okay at and some of them I'm not so okay at. But I think as an artist, you need to learn some of these things, or what's important is you find somebody else who did. And that's where the secret is with music production, is you learn one of these things really well, and then you find people that fit in all of the other boxes. And what I'm going to do is on my website, www.makeoftheproducer.com/pick1, I'm going to have this list of what I think are the essential things, and this will get updated as time goes on. But I want this to be a checklist for you to find out which of these are you good at. And then what I want to do is we take these things that you're really good at, and you start finding people around you that are good at these things too. In another video, I'm going to be talking about how to start those conversations with people, how to find those people. But for now, that's all I got. This has been Mako the Producer. Mako the Producer. We got to work on how to make these a little more funny. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you like me standing, yelling at the camera, holding the microphone. Anyway, just trying something new. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.